Ipagpatuloy natin yung ginagawa natin pag-aaral about the laws of radicals. So, tayo ngayon ay nasa second part na and we're going to learn the second law of radicals, the product rule. Yan ang tawag dito. So, napapansin nyo dyan that ang sinasabi dyan sa taas, yan, kung babasahin nyo dyan, the nth root of AB times, or the nth root of AB is equal to the nth root of A times the nth root of B. Yun ang nakalagay dyan. So, to make it more visualized, gawin natin dito sa example na yan. Ganito kasi ang nangyayari. So, that is square root of 8. And you can choose to write that as 4 times the square root of 2. Square root of 4 times the square root of 2. Yan. Pwede mong isulat ng ganyan using or applying the product rule or the second law of radicals. Ayan. So, nakaganyan na yan. If you want to simplify that, after following the product rule in the laws of radicals, pwede natin gawin ay, since ang index natin dito ay 2, diba? Okay, to make visualization, lagyan natin ng 2 para ma-visualize natin. Pwede natin itong palitan ng 2 raised to 2. And dito naman ay it will just remain like that. Ganyan lang siya. So, di ba may 2 yan dyan? Okay. For visualization lang yan ha. Actually, kahit hindi naman isulat yan. Di ba? As I have explained it from our previous video. Okay. So, ituloy natin. From our first law of radicals, we can remove the nth root of this expression. Bakit? Kasi every time na magkaparehas ang index at saka yung exponent ng radical, pwede mo na siyang i-remove sa loob ng radical sign. So, eto na siya ngayon. And then, what is left is 2 times the square root of 2. So, it means to say, eto na yung ating pinaka-simplified answer for that kung isi-simplify mo yung square root of 8. And that is using the first law of radical, or firstly, you use the second law of radical by splitting. In-split mo yung square root of 8, so pinactor out mo siya, in-split mo siya. Kaya siya tinatawag na product rule because the product of square root of 4 times square root of 2 is square root of 8. Ayan. So, let us take another example. In this example, different from our first example kasi do sa first example, in-split natin yung isang radical to be into radical form. Dito naman, magagamit natin yung sinasabi dyan sa taas, kung babasahin ninyo dyan. The two radical with the same indexes can be combined under the same radical. So, ito ay two radicals ay pwede daw natin i-combine under the same radical. So, yun ang gagawin natin dito. I-combine na lang natin sila. Meron naman silang magkaparehas na indexes. So, ang mangyayari dyan, i-combine lang natin sila. So, that would be 9 times 3, di ba? Kasama yan sa product rule, kaya natin i-multiply, di ba? 9 times 3 is equal to 27. And then, if we want to use the first law of radical to simplify this radical expression, ay pwede natin ngayon palitan yung forma bilang ganito. Diba? So, see, 3 to the power of 3 or 3 cube is equal to 27. Okay, kung hindi alam kung paano nangyayari yan, balikan natin yung ating mga naunang videos sa laws of exponent. Doon mo makikita yung mga explanation kung paano ang 3 raised to 3 ay naging 27. Okay, balikan natin yan because We need those basic skills for us to understand the laws of radicals. Okay, ano na mangyayari dyan ngayon? Since, diba, according to our first law of radicals, if the index and the exponent of the radicals are the same, so ang magiging pinaka final answer mo dyan is only 3. Pwede mo nang ilabas, okay, sa radical symbol yung pinaka answer. That is the simplest form of your answer if you want to simplify this given radical expression. Okay? So, dagdagan pa natin, isa pang example. Lagyan natin ng variable. Ang gagawin naman natin dito ay almost the same as dun sa ating second example. Meron nga lang itong variables. So, we're going to apply every laws that we have learned. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan ay combine natin. Di ba? Yun ang sabi sa ating rules, sa product rule. A two radical with the same indexes can be combined under the same radicals. So, combine natin. 12 times 3 is equal to 36. And then x raised to 5 times x raised to 3. Okay, remember, the laws of exponent, the product rule. Kung hindi pa alam yon, pakibalikan po yung ating laws of exponent, yung product rule. Pakibalikan doon sa ating mga naunang video. We are just going to copy the base, which is x, and we are just going to add the exponent. That is 5 plus 3, it is equal to 8. So, ito na ngayon yung ating naging forma. Na-combine na natin yung dalawang radicals into one radical. Okay, then if we are trying to simplify that, pwede natin yan, ito na natin ilagay yung continuation, gawin yung 36 ay pwede natin gawing 6 squared. Bakit 6 squared? Okay, kasi ang ating index ay 2. And we are targeting later to use the first law of radical. Okay? So, ayan, 2. And then, the x raised to 8. Okay? Kung ang target natin ay ma-eradicate, okay? O kaya matanggal natin yan dyan sa loob. So, gawin natin yung shortcut method. Instead of expand natin yan, no? Pwede kasi yan. Sige, pakita ko sa inyo sa example na to. If we're going to expand that kasi, that is x squared times x squared times x squared and then yan, times x squared. So, ganyan yan. Para lahat yan ay mailabas mo sa labas. Di ba? Pero, pwede naman ang gawin mo. So, gawin muna natin ito, no? Yan. So, ibig sabihin, ang index niya ay parehas lang naman ang nandun. Di ba? So, that would be, ganito na siya. Pwede mo na siya ilabas. 6, and then ilang 4 yan? Ay, ilang x, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, that is x. Then, lagyan mo ng raised to 4. So, ito na dyan yung pinakamagiging final answer mo. X or 6x raised to 4. Pero, pwede naman hindi ka na maggawa ng ganyan. Kung galing ka rito, gawin natin yung ibang method. Okay, let's say, mula rito, nakarating ka na rito sa punto na to. That is 6 squared. Diba? Ayan. And then, ang gagawin mo na lang dyan, you're just going to divide the exponent to the index. Ang index natin dyan, di ba? To visualize, lagyan natin ng 2 para ma-visualize natin. 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. So, pwede mo na ilagay dito na lang yung, di ba? Pwede mo na lang dito ilagay yung 4 sa labas. So, kung ilalagay mo kasi rito yung x raised to 8, kaya kasi pinalitan mo lang yung 36, at dito ay may 2, Ayan. So, ang finalization mo dyan, pinaka-simplified form of your answer is, this 6, ilabas mo. Tapos, ito, ang gagawin mo na lang dyan is 8 divided by 2. Instead na gumawa ka pa ng ganyan kahaba, walang problema dito, no? But, this is just to show you the concept of what we're doing and how we use the concept of the first law of radicals. It is to remove the nth term. Di ba? Dahil pag magkaparehas na, pwede mo na siyang i-remove. So dito, to remove x raised to 8, ang gagawin mo na lang, divide. 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. And that is x raised to 4. So may re-remove mo na siya. Di ba? As long as the exponent of the radicand is divisible by the index, i-divide mo na lang siya, and your quotient will be the exponent outside the radical symbol. So, makikita mo dyan, parehas lang naman sila. Di ba? Kaya lang dito humahaba kasi pinapakita lang natin yung concept on how we follow the laws of radicals. Okay, sa part 3 ng ating discussion about the laws of radicals, dun sa ating susunod na video, we are going to learn the third law of radicals, which is the quotient rule. Okay, just always remember, lagi nating tatandaan, okay, ito ang aking kasabihan. Kailanman sa math ay hindi ka magiging mahusay kung hindi ka handang magsanay.